Welcome back. And hamstring injury had him sidelined for a bit, but in the Garden to take on the Knicks, which means his former teammate, not in this highlight. That is beautiful back and forth from OG Anunoby to Jalen Brunson, back to Anunoby. Karl Anthony Towns doing some work down low. Bully ball. Gets the finish. And the Knicks lead by 6. Just over 5 left in the first half. Wolves down 7. Former All-Star in the city, Julius Randle. That pure lefty stroke, and it's a 4-point game. Wolves now up 2. Dante DiVincenzo knows all about the Garden. Hits that one. 4 of 5 from 3 in the second. Had a dozen. Wolves up 4. Second half, all home team. Jalen Brunson, Euro steps through. Clever move to get the clean look in the bucket. Then this from 3. A dozen in the third, and the lead has grown to 8. All Knicks now. Josh Hart, give me that. That's on the give. And the Knicks pull away to win by 23. Whoa, imagine that. Oh my gosh. That's a big time souvenir right there. So the Rockets looking to win their 5th consecutive since they dropped the first 2, visiting Ja and the Grizzlies and all of the issues that seem to be surrounding that union at the moment here. A Morant pass gets stolen eventually. Josh Okogie. Effort, Steve.
Always liked this game.
He works hard, tries hard. Rockets even things up early. Here off the miss, it ends up going straight to the thin man. Durant, and the Rockets lead by a dozen after the first 12 minutes. Second half, Alperen Sengun in the paint. What a find. Amen Thompson had a huge game and a great look from Sengun. Then it's Thompson on the drive. This guy's got a gear, man. Superstar in the making. And
AD just calls him twin.
Sengun. Steve said he looks like someone on Saturday Night Live, and I can't not see it now. Like he's just a great comedy skitsman.
Yeah.
He's actually a great player. There's Thompson, 28, 10, and 7. Rockets win big over Memphis. Always enjoy the opportunity to visit with Michael Malone. And Michael, we'll start with this Ja Memphis situation. You're obviously not there, so you don't know all of the ins and the outs, but you have been in the rooms where it happens, so to speak. You understand the dynamics in play. I'm interested in your perspective of where that relationship appears to be at the moment.
Well, it appears to be broken, which is unfortunate. And being a coach and being someone that's been around the league for as long as I have been, you hate to see that. You know, we all know who Ja is as a player and what he brings to the table. But as a head coach in this league, you try to do everything you can, Scott, to eliminate any distractions and limit the noise around your team. Winning is hard enough. And when you have to deal with things off the court in your locker room, it makes it that much harder. We've seen it in the last couple of years. A player may have had his limit, if you will, at a certain team or organization or a coach, and then change is inevitable. We know that in this league. I mean, I was fired with 3 games to go in a regular season, so I know full well what this league is capable of.
Yeah, and you hit the direction I want to take the conversation, and then that's the fact that it is early in the year. And Michael, what's a decent baseline for how many games as a coach you needed to really get a gauge of, you know, we got something here with a player or with this group, or maybe we've got some issues here. How many games are we talking about?
Well, I think it probably differs for most coaches and teams. I had a pretty good feel going into each year of who we were going to be and how good we were going to be. But I would say no less than 15. Between 15 to 20 games is a really good measuring stick, Scott, to really find out who you are. 5 games is way too little. 10 games, I would say the same thing. You need to play back-to-backs. You need to play tough road games. You need to be put in adverse situations to find out who you truly are.
So we don't have enough of a snapshot yet to know for certain, but I'm also interested in a player or a team that early on you've been surprised by. Could be positive, could be negative, but something that's caught your eye that you didn't necessarily know you'd think or see.
Well, I have to give a lot of credit to Billy Donovan, Arturas Karnisovas, Wes Unseld, guys that I know well. I think Chicago and the fact that they're leading the Eastern Conference with a 6-1 record right now, not many people saw that coming. So that to me would be my surprise of the NBA in this very early NBA season. They're doing it by committee. Josh Giddey has been amazing, back-to-back triple-doubles, the first Bulls player to do so since a guy named Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Nikola Vucevic had a huge three the other night and a terrific come-from-behind victory over Philadelphia. They're getting contributions off their bench. They have been really, really fun to watch. And now the question, once again, as you bring up, is can they keep up this pace? And, Scott, the last thing I'll say about the Bulls, they're doing it without Kobe White, which is who is one of the better bench starting guards in the NBA, rather. So I give them a lot of credit.
Yeah, well, as it relates to Chicago, you used the term fun to watch. I feel like there have been so many players and teams early on that have been so fun to watch. It's off to a great start, I think, around the league. Michael, I appreciate the time. Always enjoy our conversations and hope we can do it more until you're back on a bench coaching, which is where you should be and will be eventually. But we'll enjoy it while we got you, all right?
All right, Scott, always great being on with you, and talk to you soon.
Steamrolling into the C's, or whatever segment we're in. Spurs-Lakers. The key sequence included this moment here. You're never going to be able to challenge him vertically, so just plant your feet and take a charge, because after 2 steps, he's going to run into you. Wembanyama fouls out here. Good job, Rui. Hachimura, by the way, shooting like 50% from 3 this year. So the Spurs have dropped a couple in a row. Wembanyama, his thoughts on blowing a fourth-quarter lead.
Like, there's no worry, really. It's just trying to figure out what's best. And, I mean, there's obvious things we can correct right away, but there are things. Right now it feels like the game is going fast somehow. It feels like the game has, like, as we got better as a team, and as we always got better individually as well, it's like the opponents have stepped up in some ways defensively, and I feel in a way that the game feels fast right now. So we're gonna catch up on it, of course, but it's on us to see how quick.
That's a very interesting context. Sometimes sounds just sound, but the game feels fast. It'll slow down. All right, there you go, number 1 pick, Cooper Flagg, averaging the second most minutes of any rookie this season, but the Mavs early on the struggle bus, entering Wednesday, the second worst plus-minus of any of the 59 rookies this year. A highlight moment here with the Mavs down to the Pelicans, and it's Najee Marshall up top. Cooper Flagg drops the hammer. I should have hit this earlier. I'll hit it in a minute. Here's what it sounded like on the broadcast.
Williams pushes the tempo. Najee with a foul! Electrifying American Airlines Center! Put him on his head! Put it on his head!
That's not as good as...
you might be...
Oh, that's the wrong one.
Shut it down!
That's just a layup. Anyway, Mavs tied the game at 86. 7 minutes to go. Oh, the rip. Herbert, Jones down the lane. Continuation 3 the hard way. Big bucket. Pelicans have the lead. Saddiq Bey, baseline with the left. Friendly roll. He had a game-high 22. 9 seconds left. Mavs down 2. Flagg. Well, that's his high school teammate Derek Queen, who gave the Pelicans some big minutes on the floor as well. He cannot make it. That's 6 losses in 8 games, and Flagg is not used to this.
For me, it's the most, I've lost since, I think ever. So, it's obviously a lot different, and, you have to adapt to just playing a lot more games and, get used to that. But, I wouldn't say anybody's happy. Guys obviously are trying to stay level-headed and know that we got a lot more games to go, and it's still really early. But, I'm speaking personally. I know it's not fun to just keep losing games. So, I'd like to make a change and hopefully start, making steps in the right direction.
Continue with the trend of number 1 picks, Cade Cunningham and Detroit welcoming Utah. Pistons up in the 3rd by 3. Cunningham down low, turns and hits. Love that shot. Kids should shoot more hook shots, Steve.
Yeah?
Imagine if you try to hook shot and everybody would say, what is that? Cunningham, another bucket there. The lead is growing. It's going to be double digits after this triple here into the fourth. And again, it's Cunningham. 31 points, 10 assists. He had 19 points in the fourth here. Avoids the contact, up and under. One more time. That's cash too. Detroit gets the victory by 11.
I'm on fire.